This is the Vostok Amphibian Classic 090913. Has the original bracelet, 41 millimeters case width, 15 millimeters thick, 48 millimeters lug to lug, stainless steel case, stainless steel bezel, plastic antique type crystal, which is an acrylic crystal, 200 meters water resistance, 22 millimeters strap width, 2415 movement, automatic winding, manual winding, 31 joules, minus 20 to plus 60 seconds a day accuracy. Totally wound, these watches run not less than 31 hours of power reserve and 10 years average term of service. These watches are made by CJSC Chistopol Watch Factory, Vostok. It's made right in Russia. One of the best watches in my opinion, so here's the rest of the review. How are you guys doing? Here's a Vostok Amphibia. This watch is not a homage watch. One of my previous videos I was talking about what a homage watch is. A homage watch is based on more luxury watch designs usually, or more expensive watches. So companies make watches in the likeness of it for cheaper. Now this Vostok Amphibia, it's not really an expensive watch, but it's original design, original watch. There's still been previous models to these too, one at least. So this is still a bit of a homage to the original model, even at that. In-house movement with these. Automatic movement. This is the original bracelet too. A lot of people say, oh, original bracelet's no good. Well, what's no good is the way they're sizing the bracelet. If you can't size the bracelet properly, no bracelet's going to be any good if you don't size it properly. That could be part of the problem right there. So give it a try. Just make sure you take your time and size it properly, and it shouldn't be a problem for you, the bracelet. That's a good tip. Now, these Vostok Amphibias, the crystal itself serves as a plate. The case back serves as a plate. Once this watch gets in deeper water, those plates press against a big rubber seal, and that waterproofs the watch even more as the pressure increases. Some people will explain this really complex, but just think of it as a plate on both sides, pushing in as the water pressure pushes it in harder, seals better. Here's some more of the Vostok Amphibia in front of some good wall or bad wall. You can make your decision on that. All it needs is a metal gear poster to make it into a better wall, I guess, or a worse wall. But anyway, the Vostok Amphibia has a acrylic crystal, so you can see the distortion. I move it here, you can see how the acrylic crystal has a bit of distortion when you look at the dial from an angle. And some people really love that distortion. I don't mind it, I like it too. It's something different, right? You see how that crystal really has a convex design to it. You can see how the bracelet goes into the case of the watch. Anyway, you don't have to shake these watches very much to get them started, which is a nice feature too. Some of those Seiko movements, you really got to shake them to get them to start, but not these. These are good for that way. And these movements, according to the specifications, they're good for 10 years. So that means you don't even have to service them. They're good for 10 years. I guess you could service them along the way if you want to, but they have a 10-year life, those servicing. So that's good too. You can see more of that crystal, how it has some distortion there. Raise that up a bit. So if you like that distortion, that's a good thing. Acrylic crystal is more prone to scratches. As people say, you just polywash them out. With some polywash, you just polish it like you would your car. It takes those scratches right out. So it's got the bezel, These kind of bezels are a friction bezel. That means they don't click, they just turn with a little bit of pressure on them. The crown is a screw-in crown. The crown is nice, it doesn't chew into your arm, as you can see. Some crowns will chew into your arm or the upper part of your hand, but these are good crowns, they don't do that. So that's a nice feature too. So what do you guys think of that? I'm going to get some luminescence shots too. When you go to size your Vostok Amphibian watch, take a very close look there, and you can see that it's a pin, just like any other watch with the pins, except these are just bigger, thicker pins made out of stainless steel. You can see them right there, so you just carefully remove those bigger pins to size the watch. You guys can see that. Take a very good look there. I can get an even more macro shot if I'll try here to see, so you can get even closer. See that pin? You can see them. Just bigger pins that are stainless steel, so you just, the same procedure, just be careful. Take your time, you don't have to hurry. There's the clasp. More of the pins I'm talking about. So if you take your time to size these watches, you shouldn't have a problem. It's people that just throw them on, they don't try to take their time to size them properly, and then you got the sizing here. You can go for smaller sizing too. I think they're a well-engineered bracelet. Takes quite a bit of weight off the watch, no problem with that. There's a good picture of the crown. The crown operates nice. More of that distortion of the crystal. Here's the case back of the watch. Myself, I prefer a solid case back like one of these. I don't like see-through case backs as much, even though you can see the movement and stuff. But I find a solid case back is going to be more durable. If you get in water, or if you get into something rough or something that's caustic to the watch, whatever, a solid case back is going to pan out, wear out better than a see-through case back. If you take a watch that's a diver's watch with a see-through case back, it's that see-through case back is going to bust first before anything. So that's what you want, and that's what I was saying earlier too. This acts like a plate. See that ring? It's the ring that turns. You remove that ring, and then that whole plate comes off. So that plate acts like part of the water resistance. Front crystal and this plate both get pushed in from the water pressure, which seals even better for the watch. That's simple. You can see more of the bracelet there. The pins I'm talking about. More of the clasp. See the micro adjustments on the clasp. Just size your watch. Just take your time to size your watch properly and you shouldn't have a problem. Here's the luminescence, you guys. Now the luminescence is not too bad. The luminescence on the hands, the hour hand, and there's only 4 markers that are illuminated. Now I think if the whole thing was illuminated, like every indice, all the 12, the 3, 6, and 9 was fully illumined, it'd be much better. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement in the luminescence. And I guess that could be something someone could mod if they ever desired that. The Vostok Amphibia is one of the best watches you'll ever find. All it really needs is just more luminescence. Thank you for your time, you guys, and enjoy the sunset.